What is good, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another review. This is not your average sneakerhead, Tony Ramsey, and today we're taking a look at the Yeezy 380 and the Hylte Glow colorway. Now, if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, leave this video a thumbs up, as that does help YouTube channels grow. We are very close to 1,000 subscribers, and we will do a giveaway once we reach that 1,000 subscriber point. Do appreciate you guys joining the Not Your Average Sneakerhead family, and looking forward to bring you guys more reviews and more giveaways as the channel continues to grow. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this sneaker. Now, the Yeezy 380 and the Hylte colorway released on Friday, December 11th. That was when the glow in the dark colorway released, which is this one. Then you also had a non-glow in the dark colorway that released on Saturday, December 12th. And surprisingly, you can still pick these up from retail from a number of different retailers. And I'll leave some links down below with where you can grab these sneakers if you do choose to pick these up without having to go to the resale market. Now, these were also part of a regional release. This colorway released in the Northern America and the Latin America area. Then you had the Azure colorway that released overseas, and also had another colorway. I forget the name of that colorway, but they each released with a non-reflective and a reflective version, but this one did have the glow-in-the-dark version. And some of those other colorways are actually really nice. Let's go and take a look at this one, and if I can get my hands on any of the other ones, I'll give you guys a review of those as well. Now, I was able to grab my pair via a raffle from Exhibition. That is a store up in Northern Ohio, so out here in my region. And they got these to me pretty quick. I ordered these on Friday and they were delivered on Saturday morning. So really quick shipping, really do appreciate them getting these out to me pretty quickly. And as I mentioned, the non-reflective version is also available in some local retailers online. I believe corporate still has a full size run of these, and I'll link their website down in the description section down below. But first things first, let's take a look at the box. So these come in your standard Yeezy box, 380 there on the top. Yes, Yeezy branding on this side of the box. Yeezy Boost 380. Official colorway is High Glow. I got these in a size 9, which is the size I go with in most Yeezy sneakers. We'll talk about sizing a little bit later on in the video, but you guys see the label right there. That's it. Standard pull out drawer box. And they did come with an extra set of spare laces inside this little box right here. Let's look at the sneaker. So I'll go ahead and start this off by saying this is probably my least favorite colorway of the 380 so far. And that's saying a lot, because there have been some pretty bad 380 colorways. They started off with a bang with the Alien colorway. Those were actually really dope. Then I think they went to the Blue O. You had the Mist, you had the Pepper, and none of those really hit the mark. I think the Onyx colorway that released fairly recently, that was actually a really good colorway, and I do have a video reviewing those up on my channel, and I'll leave that in the description down below. Also leave a card up top so you guys can go ahead and click on that and review that video once you see this one. But getting back to the glow, this colorway probably, as I mentioned, is my least favorite, and I think that's probably why 380s have not really been a hit so far. It's just they've released so many random colorways that just have not been very popular, and this is a prime example of that, because the 380 is actually a really good sneaker, but the colorways just don't do it much justice. But let's go and take a look at this one. So we'll start here at the toe box. So you do have a full prime knit upper. It is very stretchy. It's even more stretchy than the prime knit of the 350 V2s. It's more similar to the prime knit you would get on an Ultra Boost in terms of like how stretchy it is. And it does have a one-piece sock-like upper. You do have some stitching that runs down the center of the sneaker. So looking at the toe box there, you can see that big stitch right down the middle. And you see that this does have three or four different shades of greens and yellows inside of the sneaker, inside the knit. And you see the different patterns on the sneaker is where you can see where most of those colors come to play. You also do have a little bit more of like a mustard brown type of color weaving inside of the prime knit as well. And on the lateral side, you do have this organic stripe right here, which is on all 380s. And on this one, it is in like a slime green type of color. And that's, I would be honest, say that's kind of off-putting on that side. But on the medial side, you still do have your organic strip, and it's definitely not nearly as slime greenish as on the lateral side. So it does blend in to the upper a little bit more. You do have some really faint yellow shoelaces, and it does come with the infinity laces. Now with these, if you guys haven't seen these yet, to remove these out of the shoe, you have to actually cut them. But they do make the sneaker look really clean, and to tighten the sneaker, you just pretty much pull right here and tightens up all the laces all at once. They do come with standard laces as well that are in the same color, and to put these in, you have to cut out the other ones, and then you'll be stuck with standard laces going forward. I'll probably keep the infinity laces inside of my 380s. Now you do have a big stitch running up the middle of the back of the sneaker. Then to get inside the sneaker, you do have this really tight sock-like upper at the top. You just have to pull this apart, slide your foot in there, and they do fit pretty snug, but they're also really comfortable. Something else to make note of too is on these organic stripes, you can almost see through them. So depending on what color socks you wear, you'll be able to see your socks through the stripes on both the lateral and the medial side of the sneaker. Now the outsole is something that's really interesting. It's more like in a charcoal black outsole, so all the way around. You guys see that? You can see a little bit of the prime knit above it, and the boost, you can't really see it from the midsole of the sneaker, but on the outsole you can see it does have boost cushioning there with the boost branding, and you do still have that charcoaly traction pattern for the rest of the outsole. The inside also does have some padding around the ankle part of the sneaker. So as I mentioned, 380s are actually really comfortable. Probably one of the most comfortable Yeezys to release in recent years. I would say they're more comfortable than the 350 V2s in my opinion, but just the colorways are what people are tending to not really be fans of so far. So take a look at the insole. And on the insole, it does come in that same slime green or glow-in-the-dark type of color with some Yeezy and Adidas branding there at the rear of the insole. And on the bottom of the insole, you guys can see that there you have the traction pattern with some Adidas branding at the rear of the insole. Now on to the most interesting part about this sneaker. So as I mentioned, there was both a regular version and then a glow-in-the-dark version. And this one is actually the glow-in-the-dark version. So when you hit this with either a UV light or you're out in sunshine and go into a dark room, the entire upper is what glows in the dark. So the glow-in-the-dark material is actually woven into the prime knit, and I think that is a really dope feature. I'll give you guys some B-roll shots of how that looks, and to me it's going to be the most attractive feature of this sneaker, because I mean it is very comfortable, but the colorway is really going to be hard to pull off on day-to-day wear. But that glow-in-the-dark feature might make you want to keep these in your collection just to see if they do go up in value over time. Let's talk about sizing for the 380s. Now in all Yeezy sneakers, I recommend going up a half size no matter what. Whether you have a wider or narrow width foot, always go up at least a half size in Yeezys. And 380s, I would say, are no different. They are a little bit wider in the toe box than 350s, and I still do go up to a 9 in these. Typically I'm an 8.5 in most sneakers, and going up a half size does give me a lot more room here in the toe box. And if I still need more room, I simply just remove out the insole, which can make the stepping comfort of these a little bit better. But in terms of stepping comfort, with the slope right here in the back, it actually gives you a much better platform to walk on, in my opinion. But I would definitely recommend going up a half size. Last but not least, let's talk about the resale value for these sneakers. So these did have a retail price of $250, so 20 bucks more than your typical 380, which retail for $230, and V2s retail for $220. But with these, you can probably grab these right now, as I mentioned, for right around retail price. And I would even expect these to drop down and go on sale, because a lot of retailers still have these available, and the resale prices of these are pretty much right. If you're paying retail for these right now on the resale market, you might as well go and get them from the actual retailer, because with StockX or GOAT, you're paying for the shipping and the fees, where with a normal retailer, you're just paying for the sneaker and probably just taxes. So I would recommend grabbing these for retail if you did want to pick up these sneakers, but they don't really have much retail value. And this is one I'm not really sure if it's going to go up in time, because most 380s have not gone up in value over time. They've actually gone down in value outside of the Aliens colorway. But this one, I would expect to be more of the same, and this is probably one you can grab for under retail and after not too much time. Well, that's it for most of the major details about the Yeezy 380 and the Hylte Glow colorway. Let's go ahead and get these on feet and show you guys how they look. That's going to do it for my review of the Yeezy 380 in the Highlight Glow colorway. Let me know what you guys think about the 380 silhouette and also this colorway. As I mentioned, probably my least favorite out of the 380 colorways to come out so far. And I will say about the 380 silhouette, they really do look good with joggers and sweats. So if you did want to grab a 380, I would recommend it. To make sure that you get a colorway that you can actually pull off, because these are going to be really tough to wear. I mean, and if I did style these, I'd probably wear them with something very neutral up top, or even style them with another bright color. So I think if you wore red with this, like say you wear like some joggers and threw on like a red crew neck or a red hoodie, that'll probably like dilute how bright these are just a little bit to make them contrast off each other a little bit more. Otherwise, very tough colorway to pull off, but the 380 is still a good sneaker overall. This is just one colorway that I probably wouldn't recommend unless you're a sucker for glow in the dark sneakers. Then I'd say go for them. But again, let me know what you guys think about the 380, also this colorway, and have you passed on Yeezys towards the end of the year? As I mentioned, these did drop on December 12th, which is the same day as the release of the Air Jordan 11 Jubilee. So a lot of people probably did just go ahead and let these go because these have been sitting, but they might not sit for too long, because as you guys know, Yeezys still do sell out no matter what, because people are still going to be a sucker for that Yeezy name. So if you did want to grab these, go ahead and pick them up now for under retail if you can. But that's going to do it for my review. Again, this is not your average sneakerhead Tony Ramsey taking a look at the Yeezy 380 in the Highlight Glow colorway. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'll catch you guys on my next review. Peace.